President Trump's nominee, Brett Kavanaugh, to the Supreme Court arrived on Capitol Hill today to start meeting with Republican senators and Democrats as this confirmation process begins. It's going to be a very long process. Republican leaders are anxious to get the timeline going and get the nominee in place for the start of the new Supreme Court session in October, but that's a tall order. The first step will be these one-on-one meetings that the nominee is having with the senators. He met today with Leader Mitch McConnell and Senator Chuck Grassley of Iowa, who's the chairman of the Judiciary Committee. These are extremely partisan times, and there are a number of Democrats who have said right off the bat that they don't like any of the nominees that were being considered from President Trump's list because they came from a very, what Democrats would say is a very partisan list of these potential 25. So there is a sort of universal opposition from a core number of Democrats, including some of the Democratic leaders. On the other hand, Republicans are very anxious and excited to have President Trump have his second Republican nominated justice on the bench, so they are eager to get behind him. That said, the confirmation vote is going to fall on really a handful of senators. 2 or 3 Republican senators and maybe 5 or 6 Democratic senators. We're talking about the Republican senators Susan Collins of Maine and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska. They, of course, have supported access to abortion services and would be concerned and wanting to know more about the nominee's views. The Democrats from these Trump-won states who are up for re-election this fall, Joe Donnelly of Indiana, Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota, Joe Manchin, West Virginia, they are also facing enormous pressure because they don't want to be seen as bucking the president in a state that the president won, yet they also have a number of concerns. The special counsel is investigating whether there was Russian interference in the election, and Judge Kavanaugh has written about limiting investigations of sitting presidents.
He said a president shouldn't be investigated. Mr. Kavanaugh, is the president above the law?
This issue is going to consume Congress and consume the Senate from now until the November midterm election. There is an eagerness on the side of Republicans to show voters that they are able to get this done in time for the midterms. Of course, Democrats are trying to do the opposite, show voters that they will do what they can to scrutinize this nominee. It does seem like this is something they will be able to get done before the midterm, but you know, these are very different times. There's a lot of issues at play here, so it could drag on.